Hey, yo, Simon, look out for the fucking truck. You tripping, bro. Yo, this truck was coming fast, and you ain't stopping these motherfuckers right here. Watch the fuck out, bro. Look at this shit. Get it together, man. This shit is crazy.
The champ is here.
Alright, this is my shit right here.
The champ is here.
This shit is crazy.
The
evil genius scream.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Yeah. D-Block,
The champ is
double
here. The champ is here.
Fucking with the champion.
You already know. AAD is the game, the body.
You ain't fucking with the champion.
You already know. Green Lane.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Biketyson, and you're now tuned in to Biketyson Life Cycles. And today's life cycle is we road racing today. The verdict is in on everybody. So we had a couple of the Cleveland, Ohio boys come down and had some fun with us. Basically, it was about a good 15 of us. So we like to go to this spot in Mexico that Tijuana actually. Where we like to do our little thing, you know. So we had to, you know, as always, before the main event starts, we always got to, you know, gas up, stuff like that, make sure everybody, you know, running right. Yeah, so it takes us a little bit. It took us about 45 minutes to get out to the spot. So if you have a souped up bike, you know, your gas mileage ain't the best thing in the world. But as we on our way in Tijuana to the undisclosed location, let's just call it that, to have some fun, we just had to, you know, bam, H2 versus the Aprilia RSV4. That bitch is fast as a motherfucker. Listen, yeah, that shit is, both of them fast. And that was a close one. I think the H2 took it by a bike length on the top end. So other than that, that RSV4 is fast as fuck too. But when we got to the race spot, kind of just gathered all together, make sure everybody was set in who was doing what, who racing who, had a nice little lineup, and then you know, always gotta have somebody that talks shit. The ones that sit on the sidelines and the one that just want to commentate all the time and don't want to race. His name is Addy, and if people know who Addy is, he talks a lot of shit. So that's my guy, though. He a good dude, but still, he talks shit, and you'll see what I'm talking about right here.
I didn't think I would be nowhere near you, bro. But we were fucking. He got you 2 times.
Enough said. So that's just what it was. All right, here was the lineup. As you can see, we in formation. It's go time. And when I say go time, listen, it's Booster versus everybody. I ain't care if I won, lost, or draw it. But for the most part, I think, I'll be honest with myself, I was 1-3 today. Hey, I took my L's. But again, it is what it is. These boys is fast. They basically jockeys on a motorcycle. I'm 235 on a Booster. Everybody else is about 150 or less. So there's nothing else for me to say. But here go the first one. And he got out. I get to jump, and that's about it. So I just want to be clear on some things. I had 3 cameras on my motorcycle. So what you're going to see is different angles of each race that I was racing somebody. The Gixxer, the Aprilia, it was another Gixxer I raced, the S1K. So you're going to see the same race, but it's going to be different camera angles just to give you the gist of how things went. So I try to edit to make it seem like I won on a couple of them, but I didn't. But hey, listen, the power to edit it is pretty cool though. So I can make it look like how the fuck I wanted to look, like. So, but everybody know the truth who was there. I was 1-3. Fuck it, I'm saying. we was having such a good time out in Tijuana, Mexico, that my OGs wanted to join in on the fun. So my OGs, Hoyt and Brent, they was like, "Hey, let the two old school guys go at it." So we had a Gen 2 versus a Gen 3 Booster, and hey, it was all shits and giggles, fun and games for everybody. Everybody was safe. Nobody, you know, hit the ground. Concrete didn't win today, so it was a good day. And my OGs had a good time. They always enjoy the ride, and you always got to have that wisdom with your crew. They come with tons of experience. They've been riding for decades, so it's always cool to have my OGs with me. And after the day was pretty much wrapping up, there was a guy who was with us. His battery kind of died, and we had a crew that stayed with him to help him get a new battery and put it in there. And shit happens, and no one gets left behind. That's all we always say that, especially when it's a big group. So I didn't know that he broke down at the light, and I didn't realize it till we got to our spot. But it was about 5 that stayed behind to help him out, which was cool. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that stayed behind and helped my guy out get a new battery. Um, Shit happens, man. I mean, it's really nothing you can say. It kind of happens to all of us. Either it's some kind of flat tire, some kind of malfunction, whatever the case may be. But I'm glad we got it rectified, and he got home safe. But on the way home, more shit, more shits and giggles started happening. Yeah. Let me quote my guy Dane. Here we go with the bullshit. The bullshit was happening on the way back home, but it was fun though. I mean, it's a good way to end the day after having a good, safe, fun day out in Tijuana, man. All I can say is we gonna run it back. I do got some work to do. Every time I do a run, I feel like I got to make some kind of modification. But I come to realize that if I do that, it doesn't matter, because one thing you just can't beat the laws of gravity. I mean, listen, I'm 235 on a booster. That's about 600 pounds. So unless I find somebody that's basically the same weight, it it don't matter what bike they on. They could be on a 600 and beat me, because they are 130 pounds and that bike only weigh 400 pounds. So at the end of the day, hey, it is what it is. This is just a hobby for me. It's fun. I just like being out and about with my boys, having a good time on twos. That's it. So maybe I might invest into a road race bike, but for now, like I said, I wait till YouTube start paying a nigga before before I start doing some shit like that. But it was just all fun. As you can see, they were getting it in on the way home, right before we hit the main road, and the cops was out. So here goes some more of the bullshit, Dame. At the light, we were just like, here we go. I wasn't part of that, but I knew they was going to do something. And as you can see, that's what happened. And again, more of the bullshit. But once we got to that bridge, the only guy who was doing some crazy shit was my boy. Say hi to the say hi. Don't be shy. I don't know his name, but that's his tag. Uh, he was flying on the bridge. Yeah, I don't want none of those problems. That crosswind was real, and listen, you bang out, you over that guardrail. I want no parts of that. But we were just wrapping up for the day, heading back home from Tijuana, crossing the border, and this was the border right here. So yeah, we all had our passports to get back into the country, and everybody got home safe. So we just riding out from here, having a good time. Just kind of, and this is kind of like the recap of the day. So you seen multiple races. You had the H2 versus the Aprilia. The H2 won on the top end by, like, I want to say either half a bike or a bike, but that was a good ass race. Then you had my boy Dame, who had a super booster, and that was against the RSV4 Aprilia, and the booster took that one too. That RSV4 bust everybody else's ass though. It definitely bust my ass along with everybody else. That thing moves. And again, Simon is a jockey. So let's just call it what it is. I lost to the Gixxer 1000. I beat another Gixxer 1000. I lost to S1KRR. Of course, I lost to the Aprilia. And racing the other booster, the Super Booster, I wanted no parts of that because I already knew what the outcome was going to be. So why embarrass myself, right? But yeah, like I said, we had a good time. It was all fun, and the weather held up, even though that it was very windy out. So I don't know if you can hear that in the video. That crosswind was real. So if it's a lot of wind noise you hear, listen, I didn't have that, what you call that wind thing on my camera. So you just gonna hear Mother Nature. That's just what you're gonna hear. And but you get the gist of it. But as like I said, we coming back into the country. Everybody had their passports at the border, and we were good. And I just kind of ride it out until I got home. Yeah, and that's just what it was. But we gonna do these quite often over this riding season. So this is just, let's just call this part one, because I'm sure it's gonna be about maybe 10 other more road racing that we do when either the Cleveland boys come back or just we just do it within our own backyard. So at the end of the day, as long as everybody get home safe, nobody have no major issues with their bikes, and get home to their families, it was a good day if you ask me. And I know a lot of people talk about how dangerous it is what we do. It's just like any other sport. I mean, it's a sport to us. Playing football is dangerous. I mean, listen, it, it happens. Shit happens. Driving a car is dangerous. It happens. So riding a bike, the same thing. We take on that risk, and we know what we sign up for. So obviously, we live with those consequences if it happened. But about to sign out of there. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video. I hope y'all like it. Peace. I'm out of here.